There was a massive freaking lizard on my driveway just a moment ago. And before I grabbed the camera and set it up, it's gone. And I've been looking for him everywhere because he could not really escape. It's been massive. It's like 2 meters lizard, not like these tiny jinjos. And I look under the car. It's not there unless he gets somewhere inside the car. But he could not really disappear, right? It's quite the walls in here. So it must be here somewhere. I look inside the pipe, it's not in the pipe, it's not under the car, it's not anywhere in this rubbish. I look at the end. Where did he go? I was not hallucinating, it was a massive freaking lizard, 2 meters, on my driveway. Oh guys, I think I seen it. Ah! Oh my god. It's here. It's running. Oh no, it's going to the house. Oh no, I hope I close the door. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. It looks like it wants to go inside the house. Oh, no, don't even go here. Go away. Freaking 2-meter lizard in the house. Where is the cat when I need it? Cat, you have some breakfast here. Okay, good. Go that way. Yeah, good, to the river. Okay, I think he's going. Okay, I think it's good. He will find an exit. Yeah, go. No, go to the left. I opened the gate. Okay, I will open the gate for him. 1 second. Okay, go. Good. Now it's neighbor's problem. Not a boring day in here. Bye, lizard. Don't come back. You scared the shit out of me. Hey guys, and welcome back. It's been a while, I know, but I've been pretty busy over the past 2 weeks sourcing myself a kayak, and I went pretty deep down the rabbit hole. But today's video isn't about that. I will share all the juicy details about the kayak in the next one. Today it's all about the guest house that Say Thong is building behind the house. So last time we followed Ampai and her takoyaki cart, so it's only fitting to show you what Say Thong is up to as well. During the week he works a pretty ordinary full-time job from 8 till 5 Monday to Saturday at a nearby rubber factory that produces tires. Yet every evening after work, and especially on Sundays when he is off, he dedicates his free time entirely to building. He's already finished his own house, and while it's impressive, there are definitely some, let's say, interesting design choices. Like, why is there a gap behind the toilet? Or the shower head installed right next to the door? And then there is this gem, in my room no less. It's practically unlivable. Like, why? I definitely need to ask him about that. But back to our guest house build. It started right around the time I arrived. Over the past 6 weeks, I've been following his progress, filming little clips here and there, while trying to document everything. So let's start here. 6 weeks ago, behind the house, he made a simple jig to quickly bend the rebar without needing to measure each piece individually.
Good idea.
This rebar is for the foundation he's currently preparing, which will support his 6 main pillars, forming the base of his small 2-story guest house. Perfect, right? I've been following quite a few builds in Thailand on YouTube myself, But everybody pretty much just bought the plans of the house somewhere online and then hired builders to do the entire building job for them. So I'm pretty excited to follow somebody who is doing the building part on his own, which is exactly the kind of build I always wanted to see. This is where all the rebar he just bent will go before being set in concrete.
It'll be like that, yeah.
But first he needs to weld it all together, and he's definitely not afraid of some DIY welding. He spent quite some time assembling all the rebar structures for his 6 pillars.
Okay.
All good. Oh.
It's been a pretty hot Sunday, and with me running around with camera, even the neighbor's dog came over to see what was going on.
Doggy, doggy!
Safe to say, he didn't like me very much. Once all the rebar was ready, it was time to pour the concrete and set them in place. This process took a few days, completing 1 or 2 at a time. With that done, the foundation is now ready for the pillars. After returning from Pattaya, I realized I had mounted the front camera way too high in an attempt to get better angle. As soon as the first rain came, it became clear that this wasn't the smartest idea. The camera was out of the wiper's blade reach, and as you can see, that created an issue. And the rain wasn't the only problem. As the windshield got dirty over time, the picture quality suffered. Fortunately, fixing it was easy since the camera wasn't glued directly to the windshield, but there is a screen protector between. I could simply peel it off and reapply it a little lower. As an added bonus, the camera is now completely hidden behind the rearview mirror from the driver's point of view. On top of that, during my return from Loy Krathong, I loaded a bunch of tables in the back of the car, and while taking this U-turn right over here, the tables shifted and knocked out the back camera. Luckily, thanks to the protective film, there was no damage and reapplying the film was an easy fix. Then just a few days later, I found the car completely dead. The issue was traced to a flat battery, which I discovered was down to just 4 volts. At first I thought I had accidentally left something on in the car that drained the battery, so I charged it back up to 12 volts and the car ran fine for a few days. But then, a few days later, the battery went flat again. At that point I decided to buy a new battery, a well-known brand this time, to replace it. And so far it's been holding a charge perfectly. Interestingly, after fully charging the old battery and letting it sit for a week, it still held 12 volts. Considering it's only a year and a half old, I've kept it as a backup. The last thing I want is to return from a trip to find my car with a flat battery again. Back to our build. Next step was setting up the pillars to already prepared foundation, or at least 5 of them since the 6 pillars still needed to be ordered. Somehow Say Thong managed to move the first pillar all on his own without me even noticing, but he could not erect it by himself. These things were ridiculously heavy, so he asked me to help move the remaining 4. I put on my gloves, set up the camera and got to work. Normally I stick to cardio as part of my weight loss plan, but today I ended up doing some unplanned weightlifting.
I think it's heavy. Ginger.
Another issue that happened in Pattaya was that my car seat got stuck in the farthest back position and I could not move it forward. After a few unsuccessful attempts to get it unstuck, I had to drive all the way back like that. And once back, I took out the whole seat to see why the hell is it stuck like that. As you can see, the left side is stuck solid. The reason? Well, it's actually quite simple.
You can see a coin. That's why it is stuck. There is a coin. That must have got out of my wallet and got stuck. So money stuck my seat. So easy fix.
In the end, the seat turned out to be quite the gold mine. I managed to shake out not one, not two, but 5 coins before giving up and putting it back. The car just got 32 baht cheaper. My first snake encounter, and I didn't even have to go far. It was right in my front garden, climbing a tree. It was a small one, but apparently still poisonous.
งูมีพิษเดี๋ยวมันมีพิษมันมีพิษ
Tiny, no.
เดี๋ยวรีบno มันจะกัดข้างเอาเนี่ยเฮ้ยเดี๋ยวรีบno รีบเดี๋ยวมันจะกัดมึงพอดิ
I need rest tomorrow.
The cat is at it again, hunting for another snack. This time it's after a bird that visits every day. I recognize it because it has something with its leg and is limping around every day on the driveway, pecking around any leftovers. But birds, even limping ones, aren't as easy to catch as snakes or lizards, and this one is lucky to see another day. So 2 days ago I made my first order on Lazada, which is like an Amazon in Thailand, and I ordered a couple of things. So I already opened one, this one. It was just a phone holder. It was 43 baht with shipping, which is less than a pound, and it's basically just a phone holder. I have similar one, but my phone is constantly charging here, so this one is a lot better than the one that I have. The second thing is the actual scales that I was looking for quite some time. I haven't seen any scales in the Big C, the local shopping center. So I've been here for over 20 days now, and I haven't weighed myself. So we will see today for the first time after I think 21 days. So make your guess, I gain or lose, because I'm not sure. I'm completely in the dark as far as my weight goes. So we will see in a moment, and let me show you the last thing that I ordered. And the last thing is the roof rack for the car. It's some kind of universal one that you mount on the doors. So we will see if it fits. It should fit, I double checked. It's long enough. The only question is if it is of any quality or it will fall apart in 2 weeks, because the seller only offers 1 week warranty for this one, which is a bit sus, and I suspect that the whole Lazada will be more like an AliExpress for like some cheap crap. But we will see about that. Let's unpack this one first. This one I will install later on because it's a bit hot right now, but let's unpack the scale first. Scales, pretty simple. Looks pretty sleek actually, tiny, very lightweight. Hopefully I won't break it when I step on it. We will have to wait a little bit until it charges, and then I will step on it. Alright, so I downloaded the app and made an account. It looks a little bit small for my feet. $113.5. That's actually less than when I left. Let's try again. Yeah, 113.5. That's great result. So 113.5, it's pretty good result. I'm quite surprised. I thought I might be a little bit over, but thankfully I'm not, even though the app immediately reminded me that I'm still obese. So looking good. In October I lost 4.3 kilos. This month I probably won't make my target, which is about 4 or 5 kilos, since it's already 20th of November and we only have 10 days left until end of the month. But I'm already down 1.4 this month, so the scale will be in the car all the time, so I can weigh myself anytime. And we are back on track with my diet. I'm not on keto anymore, I stopped that. I'm actually eating quite a bad stuff in here. Like these roti pancakes that 2 days ago or 3 days ago, there was a guy on a bicycle stopped here with his little cooker and he was selling roti pancakes. So of course I had to buy one. And that roti pancake, that was like the worst thing. That's like a keto nightmare. That pancake is just basically sugar and flour. I think only the egg that he added there was keto friendly. But it was delicious, so I bought 2. Alright, so that's a quick update about my weight. My quest continues to closing in on the 100 kilos, and so far so good. Now about the 1 week warranty roof rack. It didn't come with any instruction on how to assemble it. The only guidance was a couple of generic pictures on the Lazada listing, but they were so basic they were practically useless. Of course I thought, how hard can installing a roof rack be? But this thing came with a ton of hardware and I just could not figure out where everything was supposed to go. Eventually I had to resort to watching some generic YouTube videos on roof rack installation to figure it out. I didn't fancy scratching the roof or doors after all. Here are the bars now fully assembled. That part was relatively easy, but mounting them on top of the car, that was a whole different story. It took me about an hour and a half to get it done because there were 3 different sized brackets and I had no clue which one to use. I ended up trying all 3 for both the front and the rear, testing each one to see which would be the most stable and secure on my car. This involved a lot of running from one side of the car to the other, adjusting everything to make sure it was perfectly balanced. This rack is going to support a pretty heavy kayak, so I didn't want to take any chances. I needed it to be as rock solid as possible. After more than 2 hours, I was finally satisfied with the result. Now that all the pillars were loosely positioned, it was time to add more rebar and align them properly before concreting them in place. This process took Say Thong about a week to complete, working on 1 or 2 pillars at a time.
Không. Okay.
And here is how the completed rebar mesh looked, ready for the next round of concrete. Time to start mixing, we're gonna need a lot.
Okay.
And done! That took a lot of concrete to fill them up. Now just wait for all the concrete to harden, and they were rock solid the next day. These pillars are not going anywhere. Meanwhile, as the work on securing the pillars continued, Say Thong received a delivery of 3 pallets of bricks he had ordered for the walls.
cracked. This cracked too. PA.
Yes.
22 baht each. 8,800 for the entire lot of 400 tiles, including delivery.
And back to our remaining pillars, not many left. After my initial test orders on Lazada turned out not to be a scam, everything arrived promptly and in good condition, I went on a bit of a shopping spree. By the time you are watching this video, I've placed and received a total of 36 orders on Lazada alone. That's whole 4 pages of orders. One of those orders was for the car's air vents. As they were all a bit dodgy and partially broken, I decided it was time to fix them up. There were 2 options available, a brand new air vent assembly, which was more expensive, or a cheap repair kit. Naturally, I went with the budget-friendly DIY option, and now I am about to replace the broken pieces. But first, I need to remove the console to get access to all the air vents inside.
Alright, I'm going to change the air vent because this one is completely broken. Don't know if you can see. You can see it's all kaput. So I bought like a kit, the repair kit that provides only the sides, only these sides, and only that side that is broken, and I will reuse the blades in the middle. And I have like the whole set here. So I already changed one on the passenger sides, and they are all numbered. So I know exactly which one is for which vent. So I'm gonna do the other passenger side, which is separate, which is simple to do, and then I will have to do the 2 on the driver sides that are inside the dashboard that I already removed. And it's not really necessary to change it, but it was only like 950 baht or something for all 4 sets. It's probably worth to do because I will then be able to direct the cold air exactly where I want to. That means me. Alright, let's do it.
And even though this kit did come with instructions, it was way more fiddly than I expected, and putting it back together wasn't exactly easy. On top of that, the original plastic pieces holding the blades were so brittle after 20 years that they literally crumbled into pieces as soon as I opened the vent. I even managed to break one of the tin replacement pieces, but luckily the seller must have anticipated this. They included 2 of them. So kapung krab, bro, you really saved my day. And here it is all assembled and back in the car. Awesome. I probably broke the passenger vent myself by mounting my phone holder to it in the first place. Knowing how fragile these vents are, I didn't want to make the same mistake again, so I searched for a better spot for my phone holder. Luckily, I found a perfect little gap between the two console panels, just big enough to hook up the holder. This new position also brought the phone closer to me, which was one of the issues I mentioned before, so now it's almost in the perfect position and it still doesn't block anything. And while I was busy with my Lazada shopping spree and messing with the car, Say Thong made some solid progress. He was already welding a second floor on top of his newly concreted pillars. He is going for the roof first, as I mentioned before. That's just how houses are built here. They always begin with the roof before moving on to the walls or finishing the rest of the foundation.
เอาจนได้มันคนขึ้นหน้าว่าได้เอาใหม่ขึ้นมา
Good. Perfect.
Another delivery of material arrived. This time it was steel in various profiles and a pile of wood, which I am guessing is for the flooring on the top floor. The total? Almost 29,000 baht for everything. also help Ampai process bottles for recycling and almost didn't include it in this video, but I absolutely must share how recycling works here. In one of my previous videos, I show how recycling is done in Slovakia and other European countries. While their system has some advantages, there were way too many flaws for me to be a fan. Well, I am excited to tell you that the system here is similar to Europe's but fixes every single flaw I disliked. First and foremost, you don't pay any deposit on cans or bottles when you buy them. That's a big one for me, so the recycling is optional and nobody forces you to take part. Yet bottles still hold value, so many do recycle. Unlike in Europe, where you are paid per bottle, here you are paid by the kilogram of plastic and they have two rates. If you remove the label, as Ampai and I are doing right now, you get 2 to 3 times the price compared to leaving the label on. And guess what? You can crush the bottles. This was a major complaint of mine in Slovakia, where crushed bottles aren't accepted and you lose your deposit. Storing air is just plain stupid. Since there is no deposit system here, they accept any and all bottles, even those from EU and Slovakia. Honestly, this is the best recycling system I've seen. It has all the same key advantage as in Europe. Plastic has value, so you won't find much of it littered on the streets. Various people collect and recycle it. While the rates aren't high, we still earn over 280 bahts for everything, including the cardboard boxes. That's enough to cover a monthly water bill and still have some left over to buy us 3 roti pancakes. All the newly delivered steel had to be moved to the roof, so Ampai and I gave Say Thong a hand to save him from making endless trips up and down. The roof is coming together quite nicely, but we will have to wrap up the video here since it's already a long one. I hope you enjoyed this little peek into how a DIY build can be done in Thailand without hiring any builders whatsoever. While I don't plan to continue providing detailed updates on this project, I might do a follow-up eventually, if I'm still around. I'm quite curious myself to see the guest house once it's fully finished. But for now, that's all. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and I will see you again hopefully in just a few days with a new kayak video. But just in case I don't manage to get it out before the new year, editing is still a big bottleneck for me. I want to wish you all a Happy New Year 2025 as well. See ya in the next one. And here is a little bonus footage that made its way into the video. Say Thong really does work fast. He just welded together the other half of the roof, and today another delivery of roof panels arrived as well. But that's it, that's all I have.